In the aftermath of this election, there have been mass amounts of youth walkouts in protest. I am so proud of America's children for that. There's also been a lot of mockery by the media and other adults of these teen protests. While I admit hundreds of middle schoolers chanting, "Racist Cheeto! Racist Cheeto!" outside the White House is hilarious, it is not exactly the most mature expression of frustration. However, many, in fact most of these protests have some pretty valid points, and I'm not going to sit around while you mock or dismiss them. It has been noted repeatedly, and often with some level of disdain or mockery, that Teen Vogue is doing a better job at political coverage than most mainstream media sources. Most of the compliments given to Teen Vogue were backhanded at best and thinly veiled insults at worst. 2016 must really be a garbage fire when the best political coverage comes from a teen fashion magazine. Excuse me? We're talking about the same teenagers obsessed with a musical about the birth of American politics, right? As a young adult author, I realize I may be biased in my defense of teenagers, but a lot of the complaints lobbed against them are ridiculous. I saw a parent saying she would ground her child if they participated in the walkout, that she talked with them and promised to punish them if they went along with it. And I've heard from the media and parents alike that these protests don't even matter because they can't even vote, which is insulting on multiple levels. The first being that they did vote. Every presidential election for, I believe, almost 100 years now, Scholastic has sponsored a nationwide school vote where children all over the country can pick who they believe should be president. It had only been wrong twice in its history before this election, accurately predicting every other president weeks before the official election. And our nation's children chose Clinton in a landslide victory, defeating Trump 52 to 32%, even after including third-party votes. And testing showed that if only millennials had voted, this nation would be so blue we'd be living in the Arctic. So they did vote. They chose who they thought would be best, and we, the adults, the ones supposed to make smart decisions, failed them. Let's not pretend they're uneducated on the issues. It's not the 1950s as much as you'd like to believe. We live in a digital age, education only a click away, and we've been taught to fact check. Growing up in a time where a viral video can lead to a guest appearance on Ellen, American youth learned long ago to find several external sources before believing anything we read online. You should be proud. You raised us not to give away personal details or trust strangers on the internet, and yet you want us to believe Hillary Clinton founded ISIS because you heard it on Facebook? We're going to be the ones living in this nation the longest, so I find it pretty selfish that you don't think our opinion is important enough to consider. You don't get to complain about how millennials are killing the soap industry or wonder what the magic trick is to marketing for them when the answer is that young people respect and frequent businesses that don't pander to them or treat them like the entitled, spoiled trophy brats you think they are, but instead like intelligent, decent human beings who have a right to care about themselves and the future of their country. Teen Vogue was one of the first publications to publish an article on the serious concerns of appointing Steve Bannon to chief strategist of the White House. Teen Vogue continues to provide top-notch political coverage because that's what its lipstick-wearing, selfie-obsessed readers want. Please and thank you, respect your elders, your neighbors. The golden rule, have you forgotten? Treat others how you'd like to be treated. Why is it suddenly a bad thing to care about the rights of others? We're taught not to bully, so why is it suddenly okay to tell people to start envisioning their slave numbers, or tell children you hope their parents are deported? Does anyone else see the irony of the me generation being the one to fight for equality of all citizens? Why do you want us to respect a presidency built on insulting people from all walks of life? How are little girls supposed to trust a man who boasts about selfishly grabbing them for himself like a toddler without any manners? How are we supposed to deal with the human version of a YouTube comment conducting foreign policy? Our nation was literally built on fighting back. This nation was founded on the idea that everyone should be equal, and time again, we have fought to make that as true as we can. Slavery, suffrage, civil rights, equality, time and time again, we have fought to better ourselves. It's not childish to care about your fellow man. Here's the thing, it's very cool to mock younger generations. It has been since the dawn of time. But the youth of our nation is sick and tired of being blamed for your lack of innovation, for your resistance to change. You triple tuition and the cost of living, but refuse to raise the minimum wage and then write think pieces, wondering why we aren't saving money. It's not our fault you refuse to adapt. We know how hard people have fought for the rights we enjoy. We know, we've seen people die fighting for basic rights, and you know what? We do feel entitled. We know what it costs to get there, and it's not fair that we now have to spend our youth protecting rights we already had instead of implementing better ones. We're done being blamed for your mistakes, and we're making it clear right now, we didn't want this. We fought. When this all starts to fall apart, we're not going to let you turn the blame around on us. 2020 will be the first time all millennials can vote in a presidential election, so get ready. See you soon.